And this is Good News with Dick Baumbach. Well, Dick, how you doing today?
I am doing fine, and we have good news, as you know.
Yeah, we have the results, and we didn't get in trouble from the FCC or from any of the parties or anything like that because we didn't divulge anything, even though I think we knew who it was at the time. You want to go ahead and give us the results?
Yep. Donald Trump won, and it's a new beginning for America.
So we're not going to say too much about who the winner is.
That's correct.
Because we've had enough of this debate for the last, I want to say 4 years. It seems like my entire lifetime. But we've got good news we want to talk about.
Yes. More good news.
More good news. I mean, this is the stuff that really matters. I mean, yeah, the election matters, but, you know, it's the stuff that makes you feel really good inside that really matters. This story that we have today, Nadal stops his tennis game so woman can find her missing child. Now, how many football players do you think would do that?
I don't know.
That's amazing. He's in the middle of a tennis game and he just stops so that she can find her child.
And where do you hear who he's in the tennis game with? It was an exhibition tennis match of world champions, and it was in Malcora, and he was playing against Carlos Moya and John McEnroe.
Wow!
And he basically Nadal happened to look up, Rafael happened to look up in the stands, and he saw this woman just going crazy, gesturing, and he just said, "I'm stopping the game to help the lady." Her little child had wandered off.
Oh, wow. Now, I have to ask you a question. McEnroe didn't go nuts over this?
McEnroe helped find the child.
Wow. He really has changed a lot, hasn't he?
Yeah. That ball from New York.
Yeah. Wow. That's an amazing story. Now, did they find the child?
She found the child, and the game resumed, and everybody was fine.
Oh, my. The next story we have is flexible bioglass bandages will heal injuries like never before.
Yeah, and I still can't believe this one, but it's researchers at the Federal University of Sao Carlos. They developed a type of flexible bioglass that's capable of regenerating tissues and speeding up the healing process. And this glass, which is very, very, very minute, is actually put on the wound, and it heals it much faster than just a regular Band-Aid.
Wow. Now, the bioglass, does it say what it's made of?
It's made of regular glass that is been smashed down to tiny, tiny, tiny particles. They've tested it on animals. They've had human trials that are going to begin on next year. But the animal testing, not one animal had a problem.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on that because I wonder what happens to the glass after the wound heals.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But apparently they say that it's the body is so complex that this particular device will actually help the body and not.
It's amazing. And, in our lifetime, we've seen a lot of amazing things like this election that we just had. But improvements in medical and in technology, and just think.
Right. I know.
Just think when we're as old as those people that you're married, 90 years or 100 years. I mean, what things are going to be, for that have been developed. I mean,
right. Well, I mean, something that's funny because I happened to see this last night. In the 1700s, the average age of death was 40 years old. And then after that, science started to get involved. And now look at the average.
I know. It's amazing. So, in 10, 15, 20 years, where will we be? It's crazy. Now, this next one is a pretty good one. Manny Pacquiao has built 1,000 homes for poor in the Philippines.
Yeah. He, as you know, is the 38-year-old 8-division world champion boxer.
Right.
And he's also a senator from Philippines.
Is he really?
Yes, he's a Philippine
I did not know that.
And he paid out of his pocket to build 1,000 homes for the poor in his hometown. And he says he's so happy to give these free, and because he made millions with his fight of the century, he wanted to give back because it was his hometown that started him off on a boxing career. And so he is going to continue to build homes. And he says, I'll have money for the rest of my life, but I have to help other people.
Wow.
And
now, when he builds these homes, is he putting a picture of himself inside, like in the living room?
No, he's not. He's putting a picture of Jeff Heiser in the room.
Oh, man. There's an article I saw a couple weeks ago. A friend of mine works for a PR firm that represents some big-time football players. And Warwick Dunn gave $50 million to USO. It's amazing. These guys are just giving back and giving back. And it's a really good thing. Makes you feel good to know that there's people like that out there.
If you could mention that he could give some to me. And
I'm trying for that, but I haven't been successful so far.
Well, one other thing. We had good news a couple of weeks ago, my wife and I. We closed on our new house.
Fantastic.
Yes.
It's always a good feeling, regardless of when you do it or where you do it. It's always a good feeling to have your own place.
Yeah, it was good news.
That's good news. So when are you moving in?
We are moving in probably the end of December, beginning of January.
Yeah, I'll be out of town then. No. So you'll have to get regular movers.
No, actually, we'll use the family.
The family, okay. That always works well. I think I've used the family so many times. They see the phone, the ID on the phone, and it's like, okay,
oh,
no. So thanks so much, and great news this week.
Thank you.
And this has been Good News with Dick Baumbach.